Hey everybody, happy Tuesday. I'm trying to get rid of the shadows here. I thought not turning my lights on would work, but these are the two cards we're going to make today. This is, when I first started doing cards and Stampin' Up, it was like 2008, and they had so much ribbon, and I ordered all of it, and we used it all the time. We always had little bows on our cards and everything like that, and I still do some bows on some cards, but it doesn't seem to be like it was before. So when I was ordering my the new online stuff, which I'm going to show you in just a second, I ordered a ton of ribbon, and most of the ribbon I'm using on this card is part of a suite that's either from the catalog or it's from an online thing, and I didn't buy the rest of it. I just bought the ribbon because I really wanted as much green as I could get. And so anyway, these are pretty easy, and we're going to make those in just a second. First, I'm going to show you some of the new stuff. This is how they look now. They're huge. They're different, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to store them. So this is on display dies and on display stamp set. Okay, so the envelopes are easy to close and open, so that's nice. And then your stamp set is just right here in the middle. And there it is. This is in this cute, and I guess you could. No, they don't line up that way, but I guess I'll keep them in here. I mean, I kept them in the DVD cases. That's going to be a little different for me. I guess maybe I'll just have them like that so I can look at them. I don't know. I do like these envelopes. They're nice. Here's the dies for that. And I'm going to keep doing the dies the way I do all my dies, which is on the magnet things from Stampin' Storage. But here's the dies. Isn't that cute? You got all these little cute little things that you can put in there. You got a cat. There he is. A globe. Bird cage. Lots of plants. Books. All kinds of stuff. So that's the on display one. It does not want to stay down. This one, I was really excited about this one. This is Cake Day. Big piece of cake. There's the stamps, and here's the dies. So you could make this like the cake. You could make it a card. See, because it's connected, so it would open and close. I haven't even had time to play with any of this, but that's that one. And then some actually here, this one. This is the banner saying, so this is really good. It's got lots of, grateful, hugged, you're the sweetest, happy birthday, you're the sweetest. Did I say just you're the sweetest? Wishing you good things. I can't thank you enough. All kinds of stuff on there. And so, and what it comes with, small. It seems like it's in such a big box, or a big envelope. It has a punch that goes with it, and I love this kind of punch because this can work for tons of things. They can work for other sentiments from other stamp sets. So that was a must for me. So that's that bundle. And then a couple of smaller things. This is the Lasting Linen. This is a big background stamp. So there it is. That's going to give a subtle background. We used to have an embossing folder that was subtle, and it was one of my favorites, and it retired, and I was very sad. And this is kind of like that. So you're going to stamp it instead of emboss it, which is a little harder, but so that's good. And then this, I think this was part of a suite, but I just love. Maybe it wasn't. This is a new embossing folder, so it's pretty subtle too. So that's good. And then this is really the only ribbon that I ordered. This is Whisper Textured, something like that. I can't remember. I thought I was going to remember. So I don't know if you can see it. There's 2 different patterns, and you get 3 of each. So this one, it's almost like a cross like thing, and then this is stripes. So this, I like any kind of textured paper like that. I always buy all that. So, okay, so that's some of the new stuff. And I got a ton of ribbon, and you're going to see all that. Now, this is what I am using. This is from Stamp & Storage. It's this acrylic crate. It's the small one. Okay, and so you'll see with these, I don't have all of them closed, but they will go in there like this. So the reason why I got the acrylic crates, I already had one, but I ordered 2 more because I have the Slimline bookcase thing that keeps all my DVDs on it, and I like to have everything. I like to be able to see it, and these will fit on there. They will hang over the edge a little bit, but they still fit. And then these dividers, you could have birthday, holiday, Christmas, or like I do for my dies, stamps for men, stuff like that. So that's how I'm going to do it. And maybe Stamp & Storage will come out with something newer that for that. But this, like I said, it fits right in on that Slimline, or the slim bookcase. It hangs over the edge a little bit, but not a lot, so you don't have to worry about it falling out. So that is what I'm going to do. Okay. So, all right. I'm just going to remove this one. So, oh, what's going on here? Okay. So we're going to start off with the Christmas tree that's made with ribbon. I had wanted to do that for a while, and when I ordered my new online stuff, I ordered I already had, let's see, this is one that I ordered. Isn't that pretty? That's part of a suite. I didn't order the rest of the suite. I just ordered the ribbon. This one, I think, is with the turtley thing that's in the main catalog. I didn't order that stamp or dies or anything, but I like the ribbon. It's, is it Shaded Spruce? Yeah, Shaded Spruce and Soft Sea Foam, so you can use either side, and I used both on this. And then this one, this is online. This is the pine snowflakes thing. I was going to order that, and I never did, and now it's kind of too late, but I like the ribbon. It's Shaded Spruce with gold. And then this is Mossy Meadow. This is online too. I don't know which one it's for, but just, I wanted lots of green. Okay, so that's the ones we're using. Set those off to the side. What I got here is the two-tone soft sea foam, and we're going to emboss it with the traditional wreath. I'm going to use the lighter side, and you're not going to get the whole wreath because it's big, but you're going to get some of it, and I just like that little bit of texture there. So, okay, got my die cut machine right here. We're going to use it for other stuff on the next card. This is 3D. So we're going to push that through. Pretty easy. Alright, so there we got that on there, and I did this in another live using a sanding block. You have to be careful. You don't want to do this too hard because you'll tear some of it. I've done that. I actually did it on this one, and I just put a rhinestone on the top of it so you wouldn't see it. But just to give some of those leaves some white so they stand out a little more. See, it just gives it a little bit. There's all kinds of embossing folders, and doing this, I love doing that. It's kind of like an old technique. All right. So what I did not do this with mine, but what I did was I just went on Word and I put in a triangle. And then I took it out, I printed it, and I thought, well, we'll try it this way. So I just cut it with an X-Acto knife. And I'm just going to trace, just to help me figure out. I probably should have done that a little lower. Okay, where's my, I know I put it over here. Oh no. Oh, it's right here. I thought I took it out. Okay, I need to do it a little lower. You don't have to worry about this too much because you're going to have ribbon covering it anyway. But okay, let's try this again. Let's do it because he's about, let's do it right there. And I'm just trying to get an idea on how to put the ribbon and everything. Okay, so what we're going to use is we're going to use the tear and tape for this ribbon. The first one is this, but I fold it in half. Okay, I just fold it in half like that, because if it was real big, it would, since the others are not that wide, I just didn't want to, let's see, we're just going to go ahead and start cutting them. All right, so about like that. Okay, so I'm just going to put a piece of tear and tape on this so I can fold it over. Ooh, what's going on here? Ribbon likes to move. Okay. And you're going to get, oh gosh, you're going to get some of that fray, but it kind of makes it cool like that. The next one is the Mossy Meadow. I'm just going to go ahead and cut all these. I do a smaller one of him. And then this one I use it the other way too. And then this one, I use him twice too. And then, okay. Ribbons, it gets messy. All right. So what I'm going to do, I did not do this with this one, and I'm going to make it better with this one. I put the tape down first and then started sticking all those on, and then there was tape because like this one is not as wide as the tape is, and so I had to get that adhesive off the metal, and I'm like, I'm going to try and do this a different way. This is like, oh, it's really stuck together. That's okay. All right, so just going to go ahead, that's the bottom. There's already, I'm just going to do this like one at a time, because before I did it the whole way. You could do this with paper. You could, I mean, you could do a lot. Oh, it didn't even stay on there. It's, I guess because it's embossed. Oh. There we go. All right, so there's our first one. Okay, and then the next one is the Mossy Meadow. This one may end up looking different than the original one, because I didn't use that, I didn't trace anything. I just kind of started, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and just put it on here. Oh no, that's too much. Okay. Make sure it's really on there. And we're going to cut some of the sides off too. Okay, what's next? It's this one. My house is very quiet. My dogs are asleep. My husband's doing something for work somewhere else, going to lunch with somebody or something. All right, so I'm gonna make this, I'm cutting this like in half. You know what? I'm gonna use these, especially since we can't get those scissors anymore from Stampin' Up. This is one that it doesn't, the stuff doesn't stick to it. It sticks to me though. Ow! Okay. Alright. Alright, so is that long enough? I hope so. Alright, so making sure this is okay. Oh, that's not long enough. I'll have to put, I got another piece of it. Where did it go? Right here. Okay. I'm just going to stick that right there so I don't lose it next time. Oh gosh, come on, stay down, stay down. Alright, so I got this one. Oh, I gotta take that one off too. Okay, and then this one again. Okay, I'm doing good. It's always going to look different. I mean, I guess you could really, you know, make sure they all look as similar as you could, you know, but I mean, that's what's kind of nice about this. It's sort of like a fun design that it's not, you know, super perfect or anything like that. And then this one, probably should have done here. Let's start cutting these a little bit. Okay, so then this one needs to be shorter, not as wide. Okay, then this one's got to be shorter than that one. Yeah, I got some tear and tape. I put too much on there, but that's okay. Oh, that was probably too much. That's okay. Okay, and then this one. Making our cute tree. Oh. Okay, and then this one will be okay. I'm going to go ahead and start taking this off. I guess I could have made them a little bigger, but if you can make them as big or small as you want, I guess, but it's like I want to be able to see the background and all that, and then like this stuff, I'm going to have to, okay. All right, so this one, just a little bit. Oh, so cute. Okay, and then we've got this one. Maybe I'm just going to use glue on this because doing that tape was like... Hopefully it'll stick, and we'll have to cut some off of that. Okay, stay. Oh, it's not wanting to stay. right, and then we got one more of these, but I think I need to cut another one. And I'll do the tape with that. It's like the perfect size for that. Okay, that's not, it does not want to stay. Well, actually, I got one right here. Oh, now it's staying. Okay. Oh, I hope I can. Okay, I can. All right, we're almost done with this. And there. So it's looking a little different. I probably should have cut them a little different, but it's still, once you put the star on there and the tree trunk on there, I got the star, it's from the pine tree dies. I already did that. I did it with gold. And yeah, I got it. And the trunk, I cut it with gold. I just cut it myself. It's no dye or anything. Yeah, I had to clean up a lot on that one too. So, but all right. So we're just gonna do. It'd be better if we had this on adhesive sheets, but I didn't have any more gold on adhesive sheets. So there's that, and then this. Oh gosh, what did I do with it? I was just showing it to you. Okay, this happens to me. Oh, here it is. I was gonna say, this happens to me all the time. Probably gonna have to cut some of this off. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna have to cut that off. Oh. There's our cute little tree. Okay, yeah, let's see. Let's see if I can. I'm trying to straighten him out a little bit. This is too long. Okay, oh, that looks a little better. Okay, so what I did, you can see if you watch any of my stuff or look at any of my stuff, I love to make little frames for the cards. I just think it adds something to it. And I did that with shaded spruce. So we're going to go ahead and glue that on before we start doing our rhinestones. All right. This is so cute. Okay, so let's put this on there. I have a frame on the other card too with the doves that we're making. I just can't help myself. I just like doing that. Anytime I look at a card as I'm making it, like I was with this one, I'm like, I just don't really like it, like, all by itself. So a lot of times, like, oh, I'll try that. And it just changes it a lot for me. That's what I like. Okay, so there's our frame. And then I had to add a bunch of rhinestones, because give it a little bit of red. We don't have red rhinestones, but I'm sure you know you can color your rhinestones with your blends. So, and I still have, these are the old kind of rhinestones that we used to have. We have new ones now, and they're all the same. So I just use these until I have one of the new ones too, but I use these until I run out. Let's see. Okay. And now I got to look at this because I kept putting a lot on there. I just kept, oh, I need to color them first. Using the dark cherry, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So you can make the rhinestones or pearls. You can color the pearls too. Make them any color you want. All right. Start over here. I hear my son doing something. His room's right above me. He didn't go to school today. He had to go get cavities filled. He gets that from me because, I mean, I take really good care of my teeth. Really good care of my teeth. And I get cavities. Even now, I still get them. So, and he takes really good care of his teeth. And so I don't... Here, I'm going to move this one over a little bit. There. And then I have one on the bottom. Okay, so now we just got to do our sentiment. And when I was pregnant, I had 3 pregnancies. Every single one, I got cavities. And my dentist at the time told me that was, and my doctor, she told me that happens to a lot of people. So I always tell my boys, I'm like, you're never going to appreciate everything I had to do for you. Okay. So the sentiment, do I have it in here already? Or did I already put it back? I did not. So where is it? Is it in my... It is. It's right here, and I need a piece of white paper. And we're going to use the textured notes. This one right here. That's online. I hope they never get rid of that. They need to always have some sort of rectangles, circles, squares. We don't have any ovals right now. Shaded spruce. I'm going to go clean that because some of the green will stain too, which we're getting ready to have nothing but the photopolymer stamps. So that's gonna be all our stamps. If you use them, they're gonna get stained. Okay. Oh, Christmas tree. All right. Okay. I'm just gonna do this over here. You don't need to see it. Oh no, that just fell off. Okay. Doing too much. Okay. Oh, Christmas tree. All right. Oh. I'm just not having a whole lot of luck here. Stay. Okay. Oh, I'm making another card. I started making a card today. Yeah, do it like right there. And I did it with dimensionals, which are right here. There we go. And I put it on soft seafoam, but I don't have one of those over there. But so there you go. Just cute to make something a little different with ribbon. You could, like I said, you could do that with tape, or I mean with paper, and that would work too. So, oh, I need that. No, I don't. I don't need it for the next one. Okay, so now we're gonna make the other one, which I have everything over here. I have most of the things already done. We are going to do some stamping. So this is the piece. I think I'm using everything from the suite. I'm using the glimmer paper. I'm using the designer series paper. I'm using the ribbon. I'm using the embellishment. So I think it's the whole thing. But I got almost everything already cut and ready to go. All right, where is my card? It's right here. Okay, this does not want to stand down. Here, I'm going to put my punch on it so it'll stop. All right, so got lots of glitter on here. I just kept going. I just kept adding more and more. And I think, I don't know if you can see, it says peace, love, and joy in the bottom. That's embossed with silver embossing powder. So what we're doing on this is we are using that. It's the animated frame for it with the glimmer paper. We're gonna use this big one and we're gonna die cut it out of our designer series paper here. I'm gonna get a new piece of tape so it's nice and sturdy, because I already made a mistake on these. On the one I was making for myself, I was like, that is not centered. Does that look centered? I'm looking at it from the top. Yeah, it looks like it. Okay, so we're just gonna die cut that. Okay. And so then you're gonna have this piece that you can use on something else. So what we're going to do is we are going to center it, because this is basic white. This is 4 by 5 1/4. This is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. I always cut my paper is 90% of the time by 4 by 5 1/4. That gives it, because it's 12 by 12. So you get 2, 4, 6. You get 6 of these. I mean, I guess I just learned it from when I was doing classes, you know, because I wanted to make sure I had enough for everyone. So I've got it centered on here. I'm not going to glue it down yet. And again, I'm going to use the pencil. And we are covering this up, so you're not even going to see it. Okay. So what I got for my ribbon, here's the Misty Moonlight, what's it called, silver edged ribbon, using a ton of that. That's from the suite. And then there's this Misty Moonlight in white. It's an online thing. Is it? Or maybe it's not. I can't remember. All right, so let's lift him up. Okay. I did at first had it like this, and I didn't like the way it looked. So what I'm going to use, I'm not going to use the tear and tape. I'm just going to use the stamp and seal. This makes it a lot easier. Makes it a lot easier than using the tear and tape. I guess I could have used this on the other one, but it's that embossed paper, and it's not always easy. Okay, so I've got lots of tape on there. Okay, so I'm going to start with this one, and I'm just doing it diagonal. So lots of cutting on this too. And this you don't have to cut as much because most of the paper is going to cover it up. You don't want it all the way to the edge because then you'll see it. Then I do the white. And then I do this one again. It's so pretty. Really sparkly ribbon. And then I'm going to do the blue. Okay, and then back to this one. And then the white again. White. And then this one again. I just wanted as much of that in there as possible because it's, like I said, so sparkly. All right, blue. So you may have, you may have a ton of ribbon. You may keep, you may have ribbon that Stampin' Up! Used to have. I don't. I typically, when they retire, I sell them. So I don't keep the ribbon. I did keep some ribbon that I used for like projects or something. And then one more of these, and that should be enough. Doesn't look very good when you're looking at it like this, but it looks good once you put everything on top. Okay, so let's see, where's our... See, isn't that pretty? Just gives it a little... So what I did was, you can see this silver one here, I started thinking I wanted to stand out a little more, so what I did was, I've already done it because it can... you have to do it really carefully to get it right. So what I did was, I die cut the big one with the silver, so like for this one, and then I use the smaller one like I do for so many other things, and I cut the middle of it out, so it gives me this. Okay, so that just makes it pop out a little more. But first thing we need to do is we need to stamp our sentiment on this. I don't know if this, oh gosh, oh no. Yeah. Okay. First thing I gotta do is, okay, we're gonna use Versamark. And because I'm using this, I'm gonna do it twice. I already see it on there. Okay. All right. Oh, well, I'm getting my heat tool. I haven't even put this on there yet. So that's not gonna help. Using silver, you could use gold, but I always feel like if you've got blue, it has to be silver. I don't know. It's like red is always gold, blue is always silver. That's just kind of how I think. Yeah, it's still kind of subtle because it is, the Designer Series paper is dark, and it's, and it's got lots of stuff on there, but you can still see it. All right, I'm gonna let that sit for a minute before I wipe it off because it's got the dust all over it. Okay. Don't need that, don't need these. And I did also, I die cut one of those with the glimmer paper. And I die cut the doves with the velvet paper, which is an online thing. It's not connected to anything, but I just thought, I've made other cards, and I think every dove I've die cut, I've put it on with the velvet paper. Okay, let's see. All right. So you can definitely You can definitely see it. Oh, it looks really good from there. Maybe, I don't know. All right, so I think we can go ahead and put this down. Okay, this is the one where you want it. You don't have to worry about the ribbon because I let it overlap, like go over quite a bit, so that if when I glue this down, if I'm a little off, you know, it's not going to matter. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put this in there. Oh, and we need to put our frame on too. Forgot about him. Did I get some on there? All right. And it just goes right in there because it's the same size as the one we die cut from this paper. So it doesn't go on top, but it goes right in there. All right, I need to get a block because it's sticking on ribbon and where's my ribbon? It's sticking on ribbon. Okay, well, we got that. Let's see, let's use this. I'm gonna need the block for this too. Oh, stay still, no, don't get on there. Okay. And it doesn't go on the white, it goes on just the designer series paper. I probably should have done this before, but it's not that hard. Look at that. That just gives it so much more wow, you know? All right, this needs glue. Oh, gosh, come on. So the kits that Stampin' Up! Sells, which they have some really, really good ones. I have a few in my stash. They are all on sale this month, so you should definitely check that out. And I have tons of stuff for sale on eBay. Tons. All right, where's my block? Okay, get him to stay on there. So tons of stuff. And I'm really good. I ship really fast. If you read all my feedback, that is 90% of what they say. So fast, because I'm really good at that. I have a post office, like, I don't know, is it like 3 miles, 4 miles from here? But it's down I go down one road, another road, and it's like right there. So that's nice to have one close. And if it fits in my mailbox, I just mail it from my house. But if it's paper, like designer series paper or something, then I take it to, because I don't want to, 12 by 12 paper is not going to fit into my mailbox. And I put stickers all over it. So the postmen don't do that. And it did happen to one woman who bought something from me. They shoved it in her, oh, my oven's about to go off. Shoved it in her mailbox and bent it all. It's terrible. But okay, we're almost done, and I just heard my oven. It's got 1 minute left. So I'm going to have to stop in a minute to go turn it off when it starts beeping, and it's going to freak my dogs out. They're going to think, oh gosh, it's sticking to me. Okay, we're going to put him up there. We're going to put him down there, or her. And then here's the cute little embellishments. Oh, it's right in front of me. And I did a big one of these at the top. Okay, hang on, I'm just gonna go turn it off. My kitchen's right next. Okay. Excuse me. I did the big one of the lightest, and then I did the dark one right here over the white so you could see a little better, and then the medium one I did like down here. Isn't that pretty? Just a whole lot of glimmer on that. Very easy. You could do that with tons of, and this is Misty Moonlight. You could do that with tons of different shapes, die shapes. You know, you could do like a Halloween one. I even thought of doing a Halloween one, but I ran out of time. You could do Halloween. You could do birthday. You could do, I mean, anything, and fill it with ribbon. It's great. I mean, I did it with Christmas trees a couple of years ago. You can probably see that on Pinterest or something, but isn't that pretty? Okay, so that's, I thought, you know, I have all this ribbon. You know, I think I own just about everything that they have, because they don't carry as much as they used to. And I'm like, I never use it, you know, and so I was like, I need to figure out something else to do to use it, because, I mean, isn't that cute? I mean, you could do that with, there's lots of options for ribbon. So, okay, if you got any questions, let me know. I'm good at responding. I hope everyone is having a great day, and I will see you next week. Take care.